Hello, we are so delighted to have you with us. My name is Joy Martina.
And I'm Grace Martina.
I am 47 years old.
And I'm 10 years old.
That's right, and we are so excited to be connected with you today to talk about the Joyful Kids program. So we're really happy. You don't know yet. No, I have told you. We have almost reached 200 participants for tomorrow. So 200 potential new Joyful Kids ambassadors. And you know what that means?
What does it mean?
It means that we have almost 200, and we're going to get more, 200 people joining our mission to help create more joyful kids on this planet.
I love that.
Right? And doesn't our planet need it more than ever right now? I think so. So there's some really nasty things going on right now, and there's a lot of information out there that is kind of troubling. I mean, you don't read the news yet, and I am thankful for that, right? But I mean, also what you've been experiencing just these last weeks or months, right?
Yeah.
It's been a challenging time, hasn't it?
It has.
Right? And I was so shocked to know that, every 10th child right now is experiencing abuse at home. That means that they are not in a safe place. They're having to deal with things that really are horrible. Hi, Joan. Hi, Dana. And I know that we've got to be doing what we're doing right now to help as many children as we can to deal with everything that's going on. Right?
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going to be starting at 10 a.m. in the morning, right? And we're going to be having a little coffee break and a little lunch break and another coffee break in the afternoon. And then we're going to go on until about 5 o'clock. And at 4:30, I'm going to get back online and answer questions live, right? So that anything that is still unclear from the training, although we did a great job, we're going to do a great job, right? I mean, we have been preparing for months now. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
So if you were to tell people why they should join the Joyful Kids program, what would you say?
I would say definitely. Thank you for helping. Thank you for helping our mission, because I think it's something that not a lot of people realize in our life, that everyone was a kid at one point, right?
Yes.
And so I think everyone wants to be treated the same. So
what do you mean by how do they want to be treated the same? How do children want to be treated?
Children want to be treated with kindness and patience and like knowing that their parent is there for them.
That's really important, isn't it? And when you have that, I feel you feel safe in life. Is that true?
Definitely.
And when you don't have that, you struggle with a lot of things, right? Because then everything can feel unsafe. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So if you look back just these last weeks, and you've gone through a lot of things, right? You've managed a lot of stuff, and the people that know you from Facebook, right? So know that you, for instance, passed your bicycle exam, and now you were just accepted at this really cool new school. And I know from, watching you that was kind of stressful at some time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very stressful.
So how has what you've learned from the Joyful Kids program helped you?
Well, I was very nervous to even walk into the building. So I think one thing that really helped me was tapping my points.
That's right. And do you remember how we also on the way
That's
right, on the way there we set our intention, and we said, even if I don't know how to make the best of this experience and enjoy myself, and right?
Yeah.
And we did that whole magic, and then we tapped our points, and you seemed really calm when you walked in there. I don't know if it was just a facade. And you did a really good job.
Yeah.
And do you think that by kind of tapping your points and setting your intention, do you think that helped you in that moment?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Even before I went into the part where I had to sing, before I did that, I kind of
to sing in front of these strangers, right? That
Yeah.
must have felt interesting.
And kind of like if I messed up, I'd be a little bit embarrassed, and I was like, oh my god, I don't really know these people. Okay. But I did like how we got to dance a dance monkey, for instance.
That's so nice. So did you notice how moving the body really
makes
helps?
The stress cool away.
It does. Right? So we have our own Joyful Kids playlist, haven't we? And we've been playing that a lot just these last days because we had your cousins here. Henry and Delilah, right? And we noticed that every kid loves dancing.
Yes.
Right? And it was beautiful to put the speaker on, to turn the music up, and to just shake it all off. So we'll be showing you many different ways how you can release stress, because stress is part of life, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if we never challenge ourselves, if we never go for any big goals, then we can, I don't know, lie in bed all day, I guess. But is that going to make us happy?
Definitely not.
No. And isn't it true that when we overcome a challenge and we're able to come out like a winner, does that feel so amazing?
It feels like, I just did it.
I did it! That's right. So something that the Joyful Kids program does that really matters a lot to me is that we're helping children become congruent. That means aligned, with the idea that they're good.
Yeah.
And they're worthy and powerful.
And safe.
And safe and free, right? And love. Because we know, I mean, I know this from like almost 20 years of teaching people and helping people find their joy. I know that if we're not aligned with those beliefs, right? No, because we're going to constantly sabotage ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think, a lot of children that are right now going through stress don't have anyone who's telling them good things. And you know what I really loved doing these last days? Was some of my favorite moments. My favorite moments was taking you guys to bed. Right?
Oh, yes, I loved that. I don't know why. The first thing when I woke up in the morning, I was like, I can't wait to go to bed.
Because what I decided to do, I was like, duh, why didn't you do this earlier? I decided to use everything that I learned from, how to relax the brain, how to get someone into a state of hypnosis, so into a relaxed brain state, right? And I've been doing it for years for adults, but it never occurred to me to do it for children, right? So it was so fun telling you guys those goodnight stories.
I loved them. It calmed me down.
It did, didn't it? And it's so important to get a good night's sleep. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, I know there are a lot of adults who also don't sleep very well. Are you online right now? Are you watching? Then, give us a shout out. Tell us you're here and tell us where you're tuning in from, because we really want to have a conversation with you. We want to make sure that you've got all your questions answered. So if you're sitting on the fence and wondering, I don't know what this Joyful Kids thing is, I don't know if I should buy a ticket, it's $75, right? But maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I won't watch it. If you're thinking anything like that, then we obviously want to invite you in and say, come on, this is time for you. It's fun. I mean, you had a good time, didn't you?
I have a really good time here.
And we're really going to be doing our very best to keep you entertained and to teach you everything we know in that day, so that you can go out there and you can help kids and you can help yourself, because guess what? What helps for children also helps for adults.
Yes.
Did you notice that Granny almost fell asleep yesterday?
Yeah.
Right? So Granny's 75 and she's an amazing mom. My mom, her Granny.
And my favorite Granny.
And she snuggled up to you when we were doing the bedtime story, right? And then I told this magical story of a journey. Do you remember the dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did your dragon look like?
My dragon was red, blue, and gray, and it was, I pictured my dragon as either a past life of Daddy or just Daddy.
Daddy the dragon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, who of you knows Roy Martina? He's your dragon. Yeah, he's a good dragon. Hi, Carla is saying, hi, Joy and Grace. I'm coming tomorrow. Yay! We love that news, Carla. Thank you. I know that Joan's joining too. So who else is joining us tomorrow? And do you have any questions? So I know one of the questions that I was asked in the chats and on Facebook Messenger and all these different platforms was, oh my God, I don't have time tomorrow. I've got something else to do. Can I watch it another time? Of course you can. So get a ticket, because then you have access to those recordings for 3 long months. And you can, go back and forth. You can rewatch your favorite scenes. You can use the beautiful meditation that we're doing to go to sleep at night, to speak your children to sleep. It's really nice, right?
And you can show your friends.
Bam! You could invite your friends in. Why not have a party? We've been having fun with this stuff, and I think you will too. So yeah, Gilitza saying, look, joining. Isn't that so fun? Isn't it so fun that we can actually talk to people here?
Yes.
So what else? What else do we need to explain? So we help people to, especially children, to get out of stress and to see that, you know, the challenges that we face in life, those kind of obstacles when something gets hard, doesn't have to be hard and painful. We can actually, you know, get the lesson, learn joyfully, make it easy for ourselves, and see, okay, challenge accepted. I'm doing this. I'm worthy of this, right? And that is what I think I'm really excited about, that we can teach children how to feel empowered, how to help themselves. Isn't it so frustrating when we feel kind of bad or whatever, and we don't know how to help ourselves?
Oh my gosh, all the time. Definitely.
And then what do we have to do? Then usually we go around and we look for help outside. So we'll ask someone else. But then let's be honest, not everyone is very smart. And then when you ask someone else for help, isn't it true that they often just tell you their story?
Yeah.
Oh, I did this and whatever. And you know, and often it's really well meant and it's good stuff, but you just don't know. You don't know if whatever's worked for them is going to work for you.
Exactly.
I think that's true. Francesco, hi, good to have you here. Where are you joining from? You sound Italian. Oh, here's an important thing about languages. We teach in English because that's our mother tongue. But we have all materials like the flowcharts and the manual that I wrote, and I put a bunch of information in there and research. We have that in
German, Italian, Dutch, English,
Chinese, and French. So,
oh my.
Yeah, that means that when you join, you're going to be the first group of ambassadors, and you're going to have access to these manuals and all the different languages and all the flowcharts. So you really can go out there. There's really nothing else that you need. And we're working on translations of the meditation. And we're also going to be subtitling it for later on, right? So this is all work in progress. And talking about work in progress, we're not done with this training now.
No.
Hell no. We've just started.
Yeah.
Because we've noticed that just by us being here, I mean, this is what I've noticed. I've noticed that just by us being here in Salzburg, we're getting all these contacts to other children and people who need our help. Have you noticed?
Yes.
And it's so nice to be able to do that hands-on. So I've been taking a few clients because I love working with people. And I didn't tell you, Sophia, your friend, her mom just called me. And you remember Sophia? Sophia is about your age, right?
Yes. She's, yeah. She's younger than me, yeah.
And she has been really suffering from hay fever, hasn't she? Really, I mean, her eyes, she could hardly open them.
She can barely open her eyes. Remember one time when I went there, she couldn't open her eyes anymore.
And she's been sleeping bad at night, right? So last time she was here, I offered her my help. And I said, did you want Grace and me to help you? We've got this cool stuff, right? We tap our pints and we do stuff. And we did it. And for 3 days, she has been so much better. Isn't that so good?
Makes me happy.
Right? And what I also taught her was that when we tap the 5, which is what you'll learn in the Joyful Kids, and actually we also taught it in the webinar, so you can get that for free. When you tap the 5 and you visualize yourself healthy, you visualize yourself happy, then your brain has to accept it as a reality, because your subconscious mind, that much bigger part of the brain, we call it which animal? The elephant. The elephant. That's a popular animal right now. And elephant distance, right? So that elephant in your brain, right? That's actually running the show. So you can consciously want a lot. Like Sophia, remember when we did the muscle test?
Yes.
And I made her say, I want to be healthy. And she was strong. But then I said, I want to be healthy now. And it was, no.
Nope. No, I don't want to.
So that was that elephant, right?
Yes.
And that elephant was just saying,
Nope.
I want to be healthy, but maybe not right now.
Yeah,
And then I told her that story. Do you remember?
Time.
Do you remember what I told her?
I do not.
No? I told her that I know from working with so many people, adults usually, but still working from so many people, that often we want something consciously. But subconsciously, we're getting some kind of benefit out of the situation. And especially when we're sick, sometimes that extra attention, what we're getting, or people kind of being nicer to us than usual, can make us believe that we need to be sick in order to get it.
Yeah.
Get it?
I get it.
So I told her that story, and she was like, I saw how her brain was working, and I was like, Oh, wow. So I'm really happy that we were able to help her, and she's coming again, and we're going to continue working. Hi, Rebecca. She says she doesn't speak English, but she's with us. Yes, I'm sorry we don't speak Italian, although we do say ciao amici, mille baci, grazie. So we have a few words, but that's pretty much it. So Vanessa is asking, can we use the techniques that you will teach in our own practice? Yes. So really important for me is that everything that we teach, people can use with all the good stuff they're already doing. You don't need to believe us. You don't need to sign up to any religion or sect or anything, right? Because this is a program that works beyond beliefs. You don't have to believe and it'll still work. But we will invite you to believe good stuff about yourself. And that will have some good benefits as well.
Yes.
I feel like you wanted to say something.
No.
Ivona is here. Hi, Ivona. It's your birthday today and you're joining us. We feel honored. Happy birthday, Ivona. We also, we have a song, right? We're not going to sing it, don't we? No, we're not going to sing it. But we do also have a song. And I have this dream that our song and our little dance, right? But that will go viral. I dream that people who are watching the workshop that we're teaching tomorrow, that they're going to fall in love with our method, and they're going to fall in love with the idea of helping all these kids. And then everybody's going to dance their five, and they're going to sing. And then we have all these different voices that are going to be heard.
I love that.
Do you? Because I mean, we've got good voices. I love our voices, but we're just two.
Yeah.
But what if we had
100 or something?
Thousands, millions, gazillions.
Exactly.
Yes. So is that exciting to you? Do you feel resonance in your heart? That's actually all the thing we care about. We want to attract, or we know we're going to attract the exact right people that need to be there tomorrow and spend a day with us, super quality time. And guess what? You get to work on an issue. So just before we started, you noticed that on our beautiful magical setting, there was a spider. Right? And I noticed that you didn't feel that comfortable with that spider. So we are going to do the session, right? You're going to work on something that you really want to work on. Spiders, yeah. And tonight, I suggest we tap our points on spiders, because when you have spiders in your home, it actually means that the air is clean. Do you know that? No, you didn't.
I did not know that at all.
So we have clean air here, and a spider is a tiny, tiny being compared to you. And does it feel sometimes, wait a minute, does it feel sometimes nice? Think of me. When you feel like a soft little thing on your skin, that feels good, right? So spiders are not doing more than that. We're going to work on that. So Vanessa, look, I will be joining you. Love to be an ambassador. So for us, thank you. Being an ambassador means that you have all the tools in your little toolkit to go out there and teach, to go out there and help whoever you can help. So I always follow the rule of non-interference, unless I feel the need to interfere because a weaker person, a child, for instance, is being abused. Then I will interfere. I just take that freedom, that liberty, and it's got me into a lot of trouble, don't we know? Yes. But apart from that, I like following that law of non-interference, of, just being present, of noticing what's going on, and also noticing what's happening inside of me when I see this, right? Because we're all part of the game. And then if someone asks me for help, I help. Of course. Right? And when you follow that, I feel then you're really helping the people who want your help. Because sometimes otherwise we're just knocking on closed doors of people who don't really want your help. They don't want to change anything. But children, that's why I love working with you kids, is because you are just so much more open in your mind, and you're willing to see something different.
Exactly, yes.
And a lot of oldies are not. Hi, Amber. Remember Amber from Asheville? Yes, Amber. People, if you are in the Asheville area or you can travel there, you need to see Amber Greer. She's the most amazing chiropractor that I know. And yeah, Amber's helped us many times align our bodies. And what we're going to be teaching you tomorrow will also help you align your bodies, because we're going to be showing you how you can, with just 3 tools that we all have, which are our brain, our body, and our breath. Okay, so we all have those 3 tools, and we're going to show you how with just those 3 tools you can change stuff around for yourself. You can align your body with your healthiest self. You can create more energy in your body. You can let go of stress. You can overcome challenges. You can forgive people. All those things.
Yes.
What do we got it? Melinda's Vela saying, you know what, Joy and Grace? I use children techniques on adults because they're simple. Yes. And you know, Einstein said something smart that I don't completely remember what he said, but it was something like simplicity is real genius. Because if you can make something so simple that even a child can understand it, you're speaking truth. If we use a lot of words, don't you think? Right? And the book Tiger, Is It True? Oh, I want to see that. Katie Byron, I love her. Can you both repeat the webinar of tomorrow in a month or so? Because I want to be there live and I can't be there tomorrow. I don't know about that because we really want to get out there and also teach in front of children and go to schools, and I don't know how much time we will have to do the whole thing again live. But you know what? If you get the ticket, you can watch it whenever you want, and you can always touch base with us in the Joy Tribe. So even if you have a question for Grace, you just tag me in the Joy Tribe. She does not have a Facebook account. No, and she doesn't need one yet. But you can always tag me in a post in the Joy Tribe on Facebook, and we'll always get back to you.
Yes.
And I'll spill the beans here a little bit. When the training is over, right? So once you've done the basic training, you have the opportunity to sign up for our mastermind group. And in our mastermind group, we're going to be meeting on regular basis, right? And we're going to be actually really tackling live cases. So cases that you might be bringing up that you experience when you're going out there and working with people, our favorite cases, our breakthroughs that we've experienced, so that we can actually share those with you. And that will be a mastermind group that's not for hundreds of people. I want to keep it pretty small. So we're thinking around 50 people, because that's a group that we can manage and really mentor and help, so that we can all become a force for the good. So yes, you can absolutely still sign up. We'll be dropping the link in the comments. You can always watch the free webinar. So if that's what you still need to be able to say yes and watch it tonight, you still have time until, I guess, 10 a.m. tomorrow. We're streaming at Central European time, so 10 a.m. until about 5 p.m. in the afternoon. And you can still sign up and join us. And at the end of tomorrow, I'll be answering all your questions again to make sure that you really have everything you need.
Yes.
Okay, look, here we go. We've got Simona. We're going to translate that, what she's saying. It's a shame there's no translation, but a big kiss to you. Yeah, we can't offer the translation yet of the teaching, but you have the manual in all those languages that we just mentioned, so you can still join. And we have noticed that the language of the heart and the way that we teach is very, very well accessible. So even if your English is not that good, you'll get it.
Yeah.
Because you see, the Joyful Kids program was also created to be a program that can cross boundaries, so that even children who maybe are hard of hearing or don't see well or blind, right, or missing body limbs, who whatever, right, whoever they are, they will be able to help themselves and get it. That's how simple it is. So don't worry about the language. Thank you, Patricia. What else have we got here? Yay, and Alessia is ready for tomorrow. So are we. Okay. Is there anything else you want to share? Because otherwise I'll stay online a little longer and answer some questions, but I know that you're eager to go again. You can have some dinner. Oh, maybe this. Do you want to share the point that you tap before you have any food?
Yes.
Okay, so here's Miss Grace.
Okay, so the point that I tap before I eat anything, ice cream,
Broccoli.
dinner, broccoli, yes, is I tap this point right under my nose and right above my
lips. It's
lips.
called your Cupid's bow.
Cupid's bow, to be perfectly in grammar.
And why do we tap this?
Because it relieves a lot of stress in the body.
It's a triple warmer.
It's a
triple burner, right?
It's a triple burner.
It's a super de-stressing point. And when we tap that before we eat, we're literally saving our body from all the stress that it's going to eat with the food. So do that, right?
Yeah,
do that. That's
it's
a little
super
gift.
easy. You don't even have to do it for 5 minutes. It's
no,
just like not like 5 seconds or something. Like
yeah,
that.
and while you're doing that, you could say something like, "Thank you, thank you,
thank you,
thank you,
thank you,
thank you, thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here. See you tomorrow. Give us a wave.
Bye."
Okay, let's see. Are there any other questions? Is there anything else you would like to ask me? Shoot your questions in the chat. I'm here for you, and I would love to give you all the security you need to know that this would be really worth your time and worth your investment so that you can help yourself and help others in these really challenging times. You're welcome, Katya. I'm glad that you're here. And yeah, the Joyful Kids program, it started out around 6 months ago. So I was traveling in a plane and I was reading the New York Times, and the leading article in the New York Times, which is not usually a newspaper that I read because I don't really read the news at all, I'll be totally frank with you, was all about the state and the conditions of the refugee camps for children on the Mexican borders. And it was so horrifying that I couldn't sleep in the plane at all anymore. I couldn't find rest. I was really, it was troubling me. It was so upset me. And then I was thinking, okay, well, there's one thing to be upset about, right? But the other thing is to ask yourself the question, well, what could you do about it? And then I thought, well, who am I to do something about this? Just little Joy. I mean, what good can I do? I can travel up there and then, I don't know, start protesting in front of the camps, or there must be a better way. So I asked a few good, empowering questions, and then I got the idea of what if we could help children and give children, every child on this planet, what they really need. And I believe that children need to know how to help themselves overcome stress and adversity so that they don't become victims of their lives, but they become victors. They become stronger each time. They learn how to deal with challenges better and better, because our planet needs wise and compassionate leaders. And we need leaders who are tuned into their emotional intelligence, their intuitive intelligence, who know how to lead from the heart, who know how to create joyfully. And then I thought, well, why don't I use everything that I've learned in my decades of teaching and coaching people in studying from psychology to all kinds of alternative health methods, to coaching, to NLP, to hypnosis, to all the stuff that I've done. Why don't I use that and put it into a program that is so simple that I can help someone in 5 minutes, in 5 hours, in 5 days? I can really make an impact. And if I can teach that to others, then we could all be making that impact. And that is the reason why I created the Joyful Kids program, and why I'm really, really excited and I'm proud to present tomorrow together with Grace of what we have discovered and what has really been helping not only us, but also the loved ones that we deal with and our clients and our friends. And I really hope that you will find the time to join, maybe on your own, but also with your family. It's a program where, I mean, a 10-year-old was teaching it, where definitely children will also have some benefit. They can pop in and out. Don't force them to watch, but invite them in and say, you know what, I'm going to be spending this day watching this program and taking part and creating more joy in my life. Do you want to join me? And then allow it to happen and make it a joyful experience, because we'll be dancing together. I'll be sharing my favorite playlists, the ones that I always use when I'm working with children, when we dance, when we meditate together. And I look forward to spending that time with you. Thank you for joining, Francesco. I'm happy that you'll be joining tomorrow. Hi, Louise. Yeah, so I wish you a beautiful day or night wherever you are right now. You don't seem to have any other questions, so I look forward to connecting with you again tomorrow. And please do share this video if you found that we said anything that's relevant or important to you, or that you agree with, because we really want to carry this mission out to millions of children. It's not only time that children are allowed to pursue their happiness, I find it's time that children are allowed to find their joy. And there are enough children out there right now who are suffering, who are not getting the help that they need. And I feel it's time we make an impact, and we don't need to just talk about it, we actually do it. So if you're into doing it, then come tomorrow, join us at 10 a.m. Central European Time. If you'd like to watch the free webinar, I'm going to drop all the links in the comments, then go ahead. I love you. Thank you for everything that you are. Thank you for all your support and love. And thank you for being part of my beautiful Joy Tribe, our Joy Tribe, because together when we share joy, we will find more joy around us too. Thank you. Namaste. Mille baci, tausend Küsse. Auf Wiedersehen.